Welcome into In Off the Bench's Purple and Gold Talk. I'm your host, Jim Cross. I'm joined as always by the Ava Garza. Ava, I thought about it as I watched that. I mean, I can't wait to make that video next year and add the 2026 LSU National Championship team. Like,
I'm
I'm speaking it into existence right now.
speaking into existence now because I have like a good feeling that we're about to go back to back.
I
So
don't know. You were kind of, last night you were straying away. We were off Purple and Gold Talk. We were on, the other
yeah.
show. You were talking with A&M. I started to feel like you might be trading a little bit. What was that?
I told you I cheer for people, not teams, and I definitely do not cheer for A&M. Don't mind cheering for a person, but I will not be whooping, wearing maroon, or saying gig 'em.
I
We're good to
believe you.
go on that.
I believe you. I'm just messing, but we got to plug the sponsors. Obviously, Jesus One Apparel, John 16:33, empowering young and men and women to be bold in their faith. And then, of course, Chinook Cedary, 8 flavors, mild to wild, less salt, no sandpaper tongue, the best in the game. You know, Jack, speaking of best in the game, man, I've heard nothing but the best things about you. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. Appreciate y'all having me. And that video that got me going. That was awesome.
I mean, I'm not joking. We gotta go ahead and get ready, start getting the clips together for this year. Like me and Ava were talking about this 2026 squad. I usually don't like to think that teams can, run it back, and we'll get into it in this episode. But I mean, this is as deep as roster as I've ever seen.
For sure, for sure. We got a great team, and I'm excited for this season. I think we got a real chance to, accomplish our goals. So I'm excited.
So where are you from?
I'm from so I was born actually in Washington D.C. That's where my parents met, but they're both from New Orleans, and the my whole family's from Louisiana. I was actually, under my hospital bed there was Louisiana soil, so I consider I consider myself born and raised in Louisiana. So I moved here in third grade, and I love Louisiana. I love Baton Rouge, so. I lived in Baton Rouge my whole time that I've lived here, and my grandparents live in New Orleans. So, I love Louisiana, I love Baton Rouge, and I love LSU.
So that means you grew up like a diehard LSU fan, right?
I did, yeah. Ever since I can remember, I was watching the LSU games. Any sport, anything purple and gold, I root for. So for sure,
So I guess this will be a good question for you since you like kind of grew up being a big LSU fan. Who is your favorite all-time LSU athlete? There's a
that's a
lot of
hard.
them. So
Yeah,
yeah, I know that one's a hard one.
that's a hard one. But I mean, I got to go Joe Burrow. That 2019 football team, I was actually able to go to the national championship in New Orleans. I mean, the greatest team of all time. But, a lot of the baseball guys too, Dylan Cruz, Josh Smith, all those
So
guys.
here's my answer, Jack, because I got Tyrann Matthew autograph jersey right there. I got Burrow behind me, but I got Chad
Yep.
Jones. My answer to everybody is
Ooh,
Chad Jones because he played both. Because I love both.
yep.
So go with the guy. He even signed it both on there. Two-way champ. Won national
hmm
championship with both. So that's always my answer.
It's like a Jared Mitchell from the 2009 team. So, yeah, for sure.
I wasn't that good at one sport, Jack. I couldn't imagine being that good at two. That's crazy.
Me neither. Me neither.
So Jack, I mean, given that you're like or we can say that you're from Baton Rouge,
Yep.
like I'm guessing that you have like something good to say whenever I ask you like what's one place you would tell someone to eat in Baton Rouge?
Okay, to eat. There's a lot of good spots, but if you're just coming in for a weekend game like LSU SEC game, I'd say walk-ons. Honestly, you can't go wrong at walk-ons. It started here. I'd say that's the spot that I'd say.
So you're ranked as the number one player in the class of 2025 out of the state of Louisiana. How much did you consider going into the draft?
Um, you know, I kind of kept my options open, but my dream and goal, and really my whole life, I've always wanted to play at LSU. I've always dreamed of LSU. So, I mean, there was really no way I was turning this opportunity down. And, it means the world to me to be able to, do it. So I'm so excited.
Does it make it easier because we've had the privilege of interviewing all the guys like Dylan Cruz originally came on here in 2021 and talked about the opportunity to win a national championship and up his draft stock, and then having Jake Brown, Derek Carriel do the same thing, right? Like when you see guys do that, right? They come, they win the national championship, and you see their stock drive up. Like, does it make it that much easier for you?
For sure, for sure. I mean, Coach Johnson, he's great at developing big leaguers, and my ultimate goal is to be a big leaguer. So, I mean, we have the staff in place to, get us where we want to go. So, coming to LSU, it's the great spot for me, and I'm so excited, not only to reach my goals, but, the team goals and just playing for this city and these fans, there's nothing like it. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I only got to go down there for fall ball a couple of times. Got to hang out with Ava, watch you guys. But following on Twitter, John Eads was doing regular on the ground work, and man, I seen double plays from you, seen home runs from you. Didn't take you long to get acclimated this fall. So how did you feel about your performance this fall? And then a follow up is what is the one area you do feel like you need to improve upon?
Yeah, I thought it was a good fall, just all the way around from, being my first college baseball experience. It was got to learn a lot, got to, see how it all works for real when you're an actual player in the thing, as opposed to recruiting and stuff. But it was awesome. I mean, it's great to be at LSU, and the coaches do a great job of getting us ready to, the first 8 weeks of fall we do like individual work, which is like ground balls, hitting, just working with the coaches, and then we get into the scrimmages. So by the time the scrimmages come around, we're super prepared, and it was a great fall, and got to finish strong in the Chief Jamie World Series. That was fun. Some good banner between the two teams, good time. But the one thing that I'm working on, in this winter part is just, I'm not trying to do one specific thing. I'm just trying to get better all around day by day, not doing something crazy, trying to, pass everyone up, just day by day, keep doing what I'm doing and focus on my development. And I believe that's going to pay off. So, yes, sir.
Yeah, and so as you're getting better, leads to a question I was going to ask. First of all, reigning national champions is something within itself, but I was talking about how deep the team is. So many good guys. Does it add pressure between those two things to perform well, or is it simply you just go day by day and do what you know to do?
Yes, sir. I mean, everyone wants to perform, but putting pressure on yourself, I personally don't believe that that helps at all. I mean, when you got 13,000 in the stands, you're gonna want to perform, and that'll get you going in itself. But we got a great team with a lot of great players, like you said, and a big thing Coach Johnson's big on is rents due every day, and that's just kind of how being a player in the LSU baseball program is. You got to perform each and every day, and like being a pro, show up the right way each and every day, ready to go.
Yeah, no doubt. And speaking of guys that ready to go pros, like what upperclassmen, maybe a couple. I'm sure you could list off a ton of names, but specifically have really helped you since you've been there.
Yeah, we got a great group of upperclassmen, like you said. A lot of guys who played college baseball a while, even if it's not at LSU. Like, we got a lot of transfers and stuff who just have been in the game a while. So I mean, Zach York, he's great. I mean, he's been great to the young guys. Jake Brown, he's been here. This is his third year. Louisiana guy. I mean, they've been two great leaders. Braden Simpson, Stephen Milam. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's been super welcoming since the day one the freshmen stepped on campus in the summer. They've all been great.
Let me ask you a question about Zach York. Like he teed off obviously all fall. We even had Marcos come on here. He was fixing to have his pitching debut. He said he wanted his opportunity at Zach. Zach got a hit in his first opportunity off Marcos. It seemed like he hit everybody. Like as a hitter, how do you maintain, like you don't want to change anything, right? But like you don't want to lose what comes from fall to the spring. So during that gap, is it just as simple as, you're hitting a bunch of balls every day, or like, how do you go about that process?
Yes, sir. I mean, the coaches do a great job of laying it out in our exit meetings after the fall of what we did good, what we need to work on. And so they give us a very specific plan to execute in December and beginning January. So it's really doing that day by day, whatever we need to work on, just kind of getting your swings in, getting your work in, and then being ready to go when we show back up on campus beginning of January.
Yeah. So, talk about the fall, the team as a whole. First, pitching, give me a couple guys. I'm sure once again you can go through the roster, but like maybe guys that you struggled against. Who would you say pitching some guys that really did well this fall?
All right, so I mean, like you said, we got a lot of great pitchers, but I mean, some dudes this fall who really did well. I'd say Cooper Moore, junior from Kansas, transferred this year. He had a very good fall, very good pitcher. Going to contribute a lot to this team. William Schmidt, Calicut guy, went to high school with him, known him forever. Actually went to that 2019 championship with him that we were talking about. He did great. He's got all the talent in the world, and I'm excited to see him put it all together this spring and spring after too. So it's gonna be exciting for him the next 2 years. Gavin Guidry, he was hurt last year, obviously, and then seeing him rehab the beginning of this fall and then coming back mid fall and then him just dominating really the whole fall that he was back was something exciting to see because he's such a good competitor and he loves the moment, loves all that. So it's gonna be exciting to see him this spring. But yeah, all the pitchers we have, they're great. I mean, this is one of the deepest pitching staffs that I've ever seen. I mean, the older guys say the same thing who've been playing for a while. So I'm excited to see it all come together.
Yeah, I'm so glad I asked the question now because you talking about Guidry, as we call him, the G unit, being healthy and doing his thing. Like that was one of the hard parts, even though last year was successful. Hated just, he was having fun, right? Holding the radio, the box and, doing all those things, but you hated to see him not be out there to pitch. I've gotten real close to him over the last couple of years and just hated he went through the injury adversity he did. But I'm glad to hear that, like you said, that he's doing so successful. And then as far as, Schmidt, I was there for one of those 2-inning outings where I think he had 6 Ks in the 2 innings. So I know exactly what you're talking about. So I love it because we know this, hitting will come, right? But the pitching is the key when you're getting through that SEC grind. Who's got the deep pitching staff that can make it, especially going on the road, right? Which, Ava's going to talk to you in a little bit. But on the hitting side, outside of, Zach, which we already talked about, who was swinging the stick really hot this fall?
Yeah, we got a lot of good hitters, just like a lot of good pitchers. But we have a lot of really good hitters who are going to contribute a lot this year. I think we're going to play a lot of guys. Whenever we went to
I think Coach Jay has the hardest job in America. Like people talk about having the best job, which he does, but the hardest. Like I mean, we're talking about 20 plus guys literally that can only fill 11 spots. That's a tough thing to do.
100%. Yeah, it's got a lot of great guys. So some good hitters, some great hitters who did good this fall. Jake Brown, when we played Sanford, he went off that day. I mean, he's a great player and great leader as well. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I know he's going to have a great year. Kate Aaron Beatty, he's going to take it on a bigger role this year. I mean, he had a really good fall. Probably, I think Coach Johnson said this. It was the best fall on the team, really. I mean, he led us in hitting in every category. So that was exciting to see. And, so many others, Derek, Steven, Mason Braun, fellow freshman, he had a great fall. So, I'm excited to see everyone, come back in January and show out. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun to watch. Ava, I feel like I failed. I should have had my computer flipped and been on the other side of the room. He mentions Jake and Gavin got both the autograph posters framed up there, and instead I got football jerseys and talking baseball. Football season's done. I need to flip this thing. I flip it during what season we're on, but we've moved on from football. I don't care about a meaningless bowl. Not to sound bad on purple and gold talk, but it's baseball season officially.
It is officially baseball season. So we talked a little.
No, I was just gonna say, really appreciate the insight because we can get it off the social media guys who are putting it out there, but you got eyes on as good as anybody and can tell us who did really well and expectations of guys. Obviously, the expectations are high, but just love to hear so many guys doing so well in the fall.
For sure.
So we talked a little bit about Jay, but talk to me about how awesome this coaching staff is.
Yeah, Coach Johnson, Coach Jordan, Chief, Coach Simpson, the 2 infield new guys this year, Coach Bridgman and Coach McCleary, they've all been great. I mean, Coach Johnson, he's a proven winner. I mean, the past 3 years, I think the program has over 150 wins, 2 of the last 3 titles. I mean, there's no even debate how good that guy is. So Coach Jordan also, I mean, he's amazing. He knows how to run a program as well. Could be a college coach, head college coach at any other school, but he chose to stay here, and we're so thankful for that. And so, all the coaches we have are great and know what they're doing, want the best for us, want to win just as bad as us, and we're all so thankful for all the coaches.
So, I mean, playing at LSU, like this is maybe one of the biggest deals. Talk to us about your walk-up song. Like, what are we considering for this season?
So I actually turned that in today. We just got those forms, and mine is "Your Love" by the Outfield. I think it's going to be a solid hit. Freshman year didn't want to go too crazy, but this is something I think the crowd will like. It's relaxing for me, and I can't wait to see the other walk up songs too, because I haven't seen what everyone's is. I'm sure there'll be some interesting ones, so that'll be cool.
So y'all go to Mississippi State, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Vandy, and Georgia. Which of those places are you most excited to go play in?
I mean, it's an awesome away schedule. I mean, that's like the best spots you can go to. As a player and as a competitor, those are going to be crazy environments. Mississippi State, I think we've all kind of said that's going to be a great environment. I mean, they're all going to be great environments, but that's a super nice stadium, and they have great fans. So we'll be excited for all of them. But that one we're looking forward to too.
That's the right answer. It's the only play. As someone who has been covering the sport for the last 6 years, I say the truth, and I love to be a homer and say that Alex Box is the best stadium, but it's really I've been at Duty Noble when there's been the record 17,000 there against Ole Miss, and it's really hard when they can barbecue inside the stadium. Like that's just, oh man, you're speaking to me, and that's the part that they're going to do best to you, because Jack, they're going to feed you whether you beat them or not. Like I watched them feed Tennessee after Tennessee beat them 27-2 one game, and I thought if they'll feed them after that, they'll feed anybody. So now you go in there, take care of business in that big ballpark, then get fed afterward. It's definitely the right answer. But I'll be there for 4 out of 5 of them. The only one I won't be at is Athens. I forgot what I have that weekend, but I'll be there for 4 out of 5. I'm pretty excited. I am excited to see you guys at Ole Miss. I think Ava's going to come to that one.
Yes, I'll be at the Ole Miss. I'm excited.
Ole Miss is my son refers to it. It's more relaxed, right? It's not nearly as big. It's only like 9,000-10,000. And their fans aren't overly hostile. So yeah, I think you'll like Oxford.
Yeah, it'll be fun for sure. I mean, all these environments are gonna be great, and I know their right field student section is great too. So they're all gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna be doing a beer shower when you hit a home run though.
That's right. That's right.
So before we let you go, we're gonna play a game. I thought you had one question left, Ava. That's why I stalled. But we play it with every guest. It's called This or That. Ava, I was gonna let him blind rank, but I didn't feel like it was fair because he may have some current teammates in there. If I
Yeah,
and I didn't want to, as an LSU fan, I really didn't want to put it, but I was gonna have you rank LSU guests that have come on here, blind rank them, not knowing who's coming. Ava, I actually
that's like the whole team.
Yeah, but there's like 60 of them. I didn't want to do that to them, so we're gonna stick with This or That. Basically, give you 2 options. You choose one or the other. Just don't say neither. Don't say both. You down to play?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we start easy softball question: chicken or beef?
Ooh, easy softball. I'm gonna go beef.
All right. Sunflower seeds or chewing gum?
That's a good one. Me personally, I'm gonna go chewing gum.
Here lately, that's been the common
been the
answer. But
answer.
I mean, the reality is a lot of these fields you can't chew seeds on them anymore. Anyway.
Right. That's true.
It's not a bad thing. All right. Would you rather go to the beach or go to the lake?
Ooh, I'm gonna say that's super close, but I'm gonna say beach.
Wrong answer, but I like it. You gotta deal with the sand at the beach.
Yeah.
All right. Who wins this weekend or Friday, shall I say? Alabama or Oklahoma?
That's gonna be a tight game. I'm gonna go Oklahoma to beat them 3rd time in a row.
There you go.
Good
All right.
answer.
Which uniform do you look forward to wearing more, the purple or the gold?
Championship gold, Sunday golds.
That's how you know he's a lifelong fan. He ain't gonna see any different answer. Let me ask you this. We like to ask this sometimes. We haven't brought it up in a while. Ava, I don't think I've brought it up recently. Would you be opposed to a black uniform, or are you a traditionalist and you like everything the way it is?
I love
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say I like it the way it is. I mean, no place is more history than LSU. Keep it.
It's tough because I see a lot of these teams with really nice black uniforms, but like you said, it's we keep it very traditional. So I don't know. I'd have to see a mock-up of one, player wearing them, debuting them, get an idea what it might be like. Might not like it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. If you can go to any concert, like any artist you want to see anywhere, or you can go to any sporting event, which one are you doing?
I'm gonna say sporting event.
Where are you going?
I think the Olympics.
Nice.
100-meter sprint. That's the best event in the world, and it's every 4 years. I mean, it could be easy to say Super Bowl, but every 4 years, best athletes in the world running. Give me the 100-meter sprint.
It's refreshing to get something other than the World Series or Super Bowl for sure. We've gotten the Olympics a couple times. I think recently one of the good answers was ringside at a UFC title fight. That would be pretty legit.
That would be legit.
Speaking of fighting, Ava, would you rather do 5 years in jail or 10 years in a coma?
Neither, but if I had to pick, 5 years in jail, I think.
Yeah, it would definitely be a neither, but it's all about see, I wasn't on last night's episode and I was listening, and my host was trying to, tell him that he didn't want nothing to do with jail, but Nico had the right answer, Ava. He said, I don't want to lose 10 years of my life and wake up and not know anything. And that's how I feel. Like I'm just gonna have to grind it out for 5, no matter how bad it is. But yeah, neither's a good answer for sure. But if you thought that question was hard, you're gonna be the first LSU player that I've asked this question to. Don't ask me why I picked you. I apologize ahead of time.
It's a good one.
But who wins, 2023 LSU or 2025 LSU?
How can you do that? How can you do that?
I don't know why I did this to you, but I'm doing it.
You got creative this time.
I mean, 2 completely different style teams. I mean, obviously you got Skeens on one end, you got Anderson on the other. Like, I mean, it would be a spectacular sighting for sure.
Is this a one game? Like a one game?
If that makes it easier. You gonna ride with Skeens?
One game, I got to go Skeens. Got it. I mean, if it was a series, maybe different with Ianson and Kate Anderson, but one game, Paul Skeens the best pitcher on the planet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that I wish there was some way we could create it and make it happen. Obviously, all we can do is speculate, but it would be something, like I said, 2 different teams. I actually don't have it on here, but I'm going to go ahead and ask the question anyway, since I did that to you. Would you rather be the number 1 pick in the MLB draft or win a national championship?
What year am I winning the national championship? This year, last year, or like my junior
any
year?
of your 3 years there, or unless you're going to be a draft eligible sophomore. I don't know.
No, I'm not. Oh man, that's a hard one. I always dreamed of playing here. I'm gonna go national championship.
That's the right answer, and here's why. I used to be all about the money, and then when Paul Skeens came on here before and said national championship, and then it came on after and verified after being the number 1 pick and said national championship, like how can I argue with somebody who actually did both? And so it's like because he just said you cannot replace the memories and the blood, sweat, and tears, and like it's just, man, you can't.
100%. Yeah, I can imagine with the guys national championship. Yeah, can't pass.
What I like though is you asked which year. I'm hoping we're talking about multiple years. Like I want.
We're talking all 3 years.
I just want everybody to hate us. Like I want us to be the team that I'm tired of them to stop winning. Like I used to do it when the Chiefs were winning multiple Super Bowls in the NFL. I hated how much they won, but like I want to be a fan of that team. Like I want to be the team nobody likes.
Oh yeah.
I definitely think this team's. I really do, Ava. Like I'm not blowing smoke. I told A&M guys that I think they're the one team that I think can match up. Obviously, there's some other teams Arkansas will be good again. But when I look top to bottom, I just don't see it, Ava.
I want to agree with you, but like, knock on wood. I'm like, I don't
Knock
know,
on
like,
wood.
you know what I'm saying?
I've
But
always,
I do. I was
well,
looking, I was scrolling.
I've only been wrong on predictions. Never. Now that I think about it, I'm
Never.
saying so. Let's go. No, I think what's funny, Jack, is I talked about us having the most guests is who's won it. That's who I've predicted every year, and I think what I tell people is I think that's what steered to how many guests I got with each episode. Because if I really like that team, I started talking to more and more guys, and then it just kind of played out that way. And so, like, to use like 2022 Ole Miss for instance, like I really thought that team was loaded with star power, veteran leadership, and so I just kept wanting to talk to those guys. And so when they made that run, and then everybody was like, "Oh, they got lucky, this, that, and other." I was like, "Dude," they were ranked number one at a time during the season. That wasn't like a fluke. They just, man, they hit a rough patch and then found their way out.
Yeah, 100%. I remember at the beginning of the year, they went to Texas in that tournament. They were number one team. They were blowing it up. So,
I mean,
yeah, that was
that's baseball in a nutshell, right, Jack? Like it's
yeah,
just about putting it together. You can have the talent, but everything's got to fall right. That chemistry's got to be there. Bring it back around to A&M last year. They beat LSU, and I thought, okay, they're fixing to turn a corner, and then they kind of fell back apart. They just never could really put it together. So there's something to be said, like when a team gets on that streak, like LSU did last year and didn't lose in the postseason down the stretch.
Yeah, that's the SEC too. I mean, it's tough.
I think the one that surprised me most, Ava, I know I'm getting long with it, but I'm talking ball, my guy. Vandy last year getting rolled out of their regional after the way I was in Hoover watching them dominate, and I couldn't believe that they just, disappeared that quick.
That was crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's college baseball. That's baseball in general. Anyone can beat anyone. It's crazy. So, yeah.
All right, Ava, I'm done.
Okay, well, before we close it out, is there anything that you want to plug or promote?
No, I mean, I'm excited to see all the LSU fans at the box this year and on our road series. So appreciate y'all having me and looking forward to 2026.
Perfect. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us. If you like his story and you love the purple and gold, please like and share on Facebook, retweet us on X, like and subscribe on YouTube, and give us a follow on Instagram. Until next time, love purple and live gold.